This question is wanting more fun in the home, and that learning can be fun. Well, the answer for that one for me is that's up to you, obviously, because if you're making learning a chore and you're finding it difficult and you're getting out of bed with putting your lead boots on and plodding through the day, and the children are just being a drain, and then I think you need to start start bringing the fun element yourself, because you must. Sorry, you can't have a bad day. Sorry. Really. If you're having a bad day, repent and say, Lord, I need your strength today. I need your joy. I seem to be lacking it. I've a bit empty. I need you to fill me. I need you to be you today, please, because this looks like a tough day to me. So far, everything's gone badly. So can you please step in and take over? Because moms, I know I might just be sounding harsh or whatever, but I wasn't allowed to have a bad day, so you can't either. No, it wasn't. There isn't time to have a bad day. You've got to make every day a good day. Oh, I'm sorry, my boy, that you've broken your leg, but mom's having a bad day today, so you're just going to have to cry until tomorrow. Because I know it's sore, but I just can't deal with it. Is that a mother? Is that what a mother does? No. So what happened with us is that we had a broken bone and we had to do infusions every day, and so you can't have a bad day, because those children need you to make their day better for them. And I can't do that in myself, of my own flesh, because I'm going to make a mess of it. And so I have to rely on God. So I've got to call on him, and I've got to say to him, okay, I'm not doing very well today, so could you please take over for me? And so then I can be relying on him. How does he take over? How does that just happen? I've got to go to his word. Dad's read the word from Picture Smart, so I'm remembering that, and I've got that to hang on to. And this morning, Mari read the word, so I've got that now, you see, so I've got some word in me, so now remember what she said, because that came from Colossians, and that we continue to pray for you, so now remember that. And so you've got his word to keep latching onto, and when you're busy doing that, you suddenly realize that your focus is becoming him and not so much your bad day. And your bad day is becoming less, and your focus becoming more him. And now, because it's becoming more him, you now can give that to your children. And so now you've got all the strength in the world. Your son's broken his collarbone. He's in an enormous amount of pain. It couldn't have happened at a worse time, because you're expecting guests from overseas. And this is just now disaster day. What are you going to do as a mother? Have a little temper tantrum or something? You're not going to do that. You're going to pull it together. You are, because that's your lot. And if you aren't going to, because you yourself don't have what you feel you need, and you do just lose it, and you do make a mess of everything, well, then again, you've got him to go to. Lord, did you see how badly I messed up there? You see how much I need your help. So please, help me. Like Delene said, Lord, please help me. My temper is quick. I've got no patience. Please help me. He said, smile at them. She got that one word, just smile at them. And she started that. And now she's this beautiful, delightful mother that smiles all day at her children and says lovely things to them. And it's a peaceful, joyful household. So how to make it fun? If you're battling with how to make it fun, what you need to do as well is maybe put away the books, the things that are creating the stress and causing the unhappiness in the home. Put that away and do something fun. Do some fun things. Ask your children what are the fun things they want to do. What do you really want to do? What would you consider fun? I just like painting. Okay, well, we're going to paint today. You're allowed to do that as a home educator. You don't have to do it according to the rule book. You can actually paint all week. It's okay. You see, you don't... I say this strongly because I really mean it, because I think it's more important than worrying about the other stuff because of where we've come from. But people take it the wrong way. They think because I'm saying you can just paint all day, that you don't have to worry about education. You can just let your children decide what you want to do. And that's not God's order. God wants you to be responsible parent. Numeracy, literacy, house in order. Raise them up so they'll be equipped for me. That's no light thing. There you need God. You need to be dependent on Him. So you need to be responsible. I'm not saying be irresponsible. But I am saying nurture them His way. And His way isn't for there to be grumpy, strife, complaining, crying, bitterness in the home. That's not His way. If there's that in the way, then that's not God's way anymore. So you've got to clean that out and bring God front and center. And I don't know a mother that if she wakes up and she spends some time calling on God, please help me today with today, Lord, please help me. Please give me some word. Put it on the walls, read it. Patience endureth forever. Well, I know mine was finished a while back, so thank goodness you've got patience that will endure forever, because I need some of your patience today. And you've got it on the wall. So there isn't a reason why you're saying, well, I don't know actually how to tap into being able to be this to my children more than what I am. Because my example is that I had a lot of reason, lots of reason for my flesh to fail me. Lots of reason. And if I had allowed it, it would have been such a disaster. And so I couldn't allow it. And so the answer was to go to Him. So I'm not saying my flesh didn't be in my way, because it was. If I saw my child suffering with a broken bone, I didn't know which way to touch him. He's got a broken bone. I touch him here, and he screams in pain. Do I drive him? Don't I? How do I hold him? Don't I hold him? I mean, a terrible state of panic and anxiety and everything. What do? Lord, help me. Help me. Okay, and then all of a sudden you've got the answer. Because I called on Him, please help me, then all of a sudden I know what to do. It just happens. And the thing that I do after I've called on Him is working. Interesting. Just works. Okay, so if I'm having a grumpy day, I've got to lay it down. Lord, help me bring some fun here into this day. I'm going to tell you another little thing that I learned from my mother, and that is, as I said, we come from a large family, and largely boys. In fact, when I say largely boys, I mean everyone boys excepting me. Okay, so I was the last born daughter, so there was sometimes raucousness in the home, and this is what my mother did, and this is what I did in my family. She just got up and walked out the room with the words trailing that she left behind this is not a place for the Lord to be experiencing peace and quiet and harmony. So I'm going to go outside for a while so that I can experience peace and quiet and harmony with Him. And when I come back, and I hope that you will also be able to experience this peace and quiet and harmony that He would like us to have in our home. She'd just say that as if she was saying it to herself, something along those lines, as she was walking out the room. She didn't tell us that. She goes, Lord, there's no peace and quiet and harmony in this place. So I'm going to go and seek you now, so that when I come back, I can bring your peace and quiet and harmony. What do you think happened in the room? We didn't just carry on making a racket and, screaming or whatever it was that was happening at the time. There was sudden silence. That's what would happen. So what I'm suggesting is, when things go out of hand, call on the Lord out loud. Talk to Him. Say to Him, please help me with this situation, because look at them. They're arguing with one another. Just look at them, Lord. I'm really sorry. Really, you call on Him, please just look at them, and would you just please show me now what to do, because I've asked them not to argue, and they're arguing. What am I going to do? I would ask Him out loud like that, and then He would tell me immediately that His word says, do not argue, it will bring strife. So then I would remember that, and I'd say to them, do you know what God said? He said, when you argue, you bring strife, and now we've got strife in our home. So now we can choose, argue, strife, don't argue, peace and blessing. Which one is going to be a more pleasing environment to continue our day in? It's very calmly done, with a smile. You see, you don't need to get worked up and scream and yell at your children. But before I go off this fun one, I have to say that our fun was Konos. Okay, so that we would do our maths and language and our Bible study, and then we would be doing a Konos activity, and so it was fun all day. Because when children are doing activities and getting involved and not sitting with books and books and books and books and tired of writing, Mommy, I don't want to write anymore, and moaning and complaining, it was right, we've done that, let's go play. And our play was the activities that we were doing with Konos. And at the same time, we were constantly had this directive of training the character. So though we're having fun doing the activity, we were training the character over, covering everything was training the character.